Do you have slouched shoulders? Something we see a lot of these days, maybe with a burning sensation between the shoulder blades? I'm Liebscher Bracht, and I'm going to explain how this happens and how to get out of it. The reason is very simple. What do we do every day? Where do we have our arms? When we type, prepare food, massage someone, or tinker with things. We're always holding them, not down here. No, we have them up here in the front. That's at roughly a 45-degree angle, pointing forward. They are never really here, or even less often way back here, or still rarer, rotated inward and in the back. Everything happens in the front, and everything becomes shorter, because everything is set at this shortened position. The muscles running across here, the small and major pectoral muscles are in this area. The small one starts from here, called the coracoid process, to the chest. And the large one reaches from your arm, runs across here, covering everything there. And if that's set in a shortened position, it stays shortened, and then the following happens. If the muscles and fascia become shorter, your shoulders move forward. Because everything here is very mobile and flexible, nothing is rigid and bony, but mobile. And in the back, the muscles have real problems, since they have to pull against that, and that causes that burning sensation. In the middle, sometimes more to the left or to the right, that's the result of these shortened muscles we condition in our daily lives, and nobody bothers to explain that to us, and we're surprised that our shoulders slowly slouch forward and that this burning sensation in the upper back intensifies. As much as our body adapts to your arms being in the front, it also happens while we sleep. Most people sleep on their side, and that pushes the shoulders forwards in this lateral position, and often the other arm closes in on this position. So the same thing is happening in your sleep as during the day. And that means during the day and in your sleep, we're training that shortened situation, and our body always responds to that training and adapts. And of course, you would like to know what to do about it. Ina is going to show you, and I'll explain. Ina, please lie flat on your stomach. And as we said before, here in the front, the muscles are shortened, and whatever is too short needs to be stretched long to become long again and be as it was meant to be. On your right side, stretch out your right arm at shoulder length, and if possible, your shoulder should touch the mat. Then, move your arm up a hand's width, and be careful that the angle of your upper body stays the same. It's mathematically all about that angle, since it's there where you find most of the shortened muscles. And that's why Ina is going to move out her straight leg by 30 centimeters. Her straight right leg closes in, and now we make sure that the rotation doesn't change the angle in your shoulder joint. Your left hand is placed next to your face. Ina is looking to the left, and now turn slowly. And as you turn, you move your left knee out. Shoulder stays down, and a stretch is getting started. And the intensity of that stretch should be just still bearable, just barely. Increase that over 2 minutes, and to the degree that your muscles and fascia yield, to the same degree you rotate into the stretch, so that you're always at that line where the pain is just bearable. You do that on your right side, and we're going to do the left side as well. Okay, now we're going to move on. We're going to get back on your stomach. This is the second exercise. Your upper arm stays the way it was, but your lower arm bends upwards and lies parallel to the edge of the mat. And now we're going to do the same. But you'll notice that this time it is more difficult. Your straight leg moves out again by 30 centimeters. Your right leg follows. Put up your left hand. And now push down your shoulder. It's difficult to stay down, right, Ina? But try to stay down as much as you can and turn. Turn. No, stop. Your leg has to stay there. It's good that you made that mistake, Ina, because when you move your right leg back to the center again while you turn, you'll change the angle in your shoulder. Mustn't happen. So your right leg stays, but the other one moves out. The knee, that is. And you could feel a different kind of stretch. It's more of a pinpoint pain, a small, tight passage, and that pain is more like a pinpoint pain and offers more mobility. Increase that over 2.5 minutes, and slowly leave the position, and now do that on the other side as well. That was the second exercise. Now, on to the third one. Stretch out your arm, shoulder level again. And now place your arm between your arm and the vertical line above your head. And that's a 45-degree angle. Roughly about here, shoulder goes down, and the same procedure as before. Your straight left leg goes out, your straight right leg follows, left hand is placed next to your head, face looks to the left, that means your head turns to the left, and now turn slowly into the stretch. And as you rotate, the leg doesn't go back, and you get your right knee. The right knee goes out. Now, what you'll notice is that this 45-degree angle is quite a bit harder than the 10-degree angle. That angle is more about the shoulder itself. This one is more for your thoracic spine, as regards to getting rid of the pain. Now increase that over 2.5 minutes, and do the same on the opposite side. Fourth exercise. Return to the position on your stomach. Both legs straight again. Leave your upper arm at 45 degrees, but bend your elbow. Try to keep your shoulder down, which is difficult again. Move your left leg out and let your right leg follow. Put up your hand, look to the left. And now start the stretch, okay? This is the most intense stretch. That's why we have the exercise ordered by intensity, yeah? This one is the hardest, but benefits you the most. That's a rule with these exercises. The more unpleasant they are, the more you work on very tight passages. But these tight spots are the cause of your discomfort. That causes immobility. That causes pain. It causes excessive wear and tear on your joints. All of that can be removed by these exercises. And you do that for 2.5 minutes on your left side as well. And now, we can still amplify the effect. Move your leg back by raising your forearm to that angle. Well, Ina, that really boosts the stretch, right? Because in addition to bringing the arm back, you also have an outward rotation. And if you look closely at your shoulders, slouching forward, they're not only pulled forward, but also rotated inwards with this movement, so that by rotating outwards, you can dissolve that tightness. You can feel it becoming more difficult. So don't start right away with this, but maybe after a couple of weeks. But nevertheless, this position really helps you to loosen up that tightness. The exercises we've done so far have been characterized that we cause a sharp bend backwards in our shoulder. We complement all of this with a second routine where the angles stay the same, but we stretch open both pectoral muscles that cross your entire chest at the same time. And for this purpose, a corner would be perfect, or a door frame. Both work. Ina, please step into the corner. And again, raise your arms into a horizontal position. Then, a hand's width up. One foot goes back one step, the other one step into the corner. And now, you're going to do what you did on the floor separately on each side with a sharp bend. Here with a larger convex stretch and walk the upper end of your breastbone into the corner. Not walk, but move, I mean. You do that for 2.5 minutes. Same principle applies. Then step back, bend your arms like this, and move forward. And do the same for both sides. The same thing we did on the floor. Then go to 45 degrees. Your arms locked, always for 2.5 minutes. I'll just demonstrate briefly so you can follow and know what to do. And then bend your arms. Move them up so you keep the 45-degree angle for your upper arms. And again, move the upper end of your breastbone into the corner, and that gives you an exercise routine that perfectly stretches everything open here in the front. And in addition to that, you should do the following. Let's do this together. Arms are horizontal. Don't come too close to me so people could see our arms. Up a little, and with your lower back not arched, pull your arms back for 2.5 minutes. That's hard work. It's a strengthening exercises. And then do the same with your arms bent. The same at a 45-degree angle. The same with your elbows at a 45-degree angle. And if you want to do even more, you're not only pulling back your arms, but at the same time you actively rotate your upper arm outwards. You see, there's a lot you can do. Often the question is, there's so many exercises, where do I start? My suggestion is to start with 2 or 3 exercises, maybe with your arms stretched out like this at this angle, or with your arms bent at this angle. Leave it at that. And one day later, you go to 45 degrees, straight and bent. One day later on the mat. Change it up a bit so it fits your personal schedule, and you'll be surprised by what's going to happen. After a short time, a couple of weeks, you'll feel a complete change. And since slouched shoulders often go together with a rounded back and a bad posture, by clicking up here, you can find a routine for your rounded back that helps you to also get out of that situation, which is a fine addition. We say thank you and see you soon.